Hello, I'm Will, I'm the Bald Book Geek, and here is my new review of Ready Player One. So revisiting one of my favourites, I thought let's do a new review and talk about it, because I reviewed it a very long time ago in the dark ages of this channel. Second-hand embarrassment on full.
Talking about no burn up. Little babies got exploded.
Where do we start with Ready Player One? So I'm going to start with actually talking about now. There is a film version which I hated. I hated that film of it with a complete and utter passion. It was too cliched for words. So Ready Player One takes place in a future where essentially the world has collapsed, economic collapse, social collapse, and it follows a bit of a dickhead thinking with his penis teenager, like all teenage boys, and it gets a lot of hate for that, but it's like all teenage boys are like that. So, in the Oasis you can be anything. You have your avatar. Essentially you live in an MMO, and that's where it falls you in. He lives his life essentially in this MMO type environment. He lives in the stacks, which are a bunch of what we would call caravans or trailers in the UK, just stacked up on scaffolding. And oddly, and what's frightening about it, is that we live in an age where young people are predominantly online. Everything they say, everything they do, they look for validation, and worryingly, we could head towards a version of this in a slightly frightening way. So he ends up being pulled into a mystery to solve clues. The creator of the Oasis created this path, this journey to who would ever run it, and who would take over once he's dead to solve these clues, and they're all linked to 80s culture and pop culture. Now, I was born in 88, but I'm not a direct child of the 80s. My childhood was the 1990s, and I had to Google a few things. It really did have to. It was quite embarrassing. On my reread going in, I understood it better because I knew these references, because I read the book when it first came out, and so on. The pop culture references go off the charts in this book. I mean, it can be a little annoying sometimes, but I actually quite like it, and I enjoy those little references throughout. What I don't like about the book is I do find the writing style by Ernest Cline a little bit strange. Like, he has pacing issues, and I've read this and Armada, and I loved Armada as well, but he has pacing issues throughout. And, you know, there's no such thing as a perfect book, but that's something I definitely picked up on. The pacing issues show in certain parts where you feel like, especially in the middle, the book jumps around. It jumps in pacing from very fast to very slow, and it often gives you very little warning that it's going to happen, or it happens for no reason. But you know what? This book has always been a really solid, I would say 4 out of 5 for me if I gave it a Goodreads rating, and just overall an enjoyable, fun, brain switchy off romp which you need. I think we get so bent up on literature has to be this, it has to be that sometimes a nice, just brain switchy off, fun book is what you need. And this is it. It's fun, it's fast, it's enjoyable, the characters are great, it's great fun. What I will say is also try the audiobook. It's read by Will Wheaton, and whenever I've revisited the actual physical book, I hear Will Wheaton's voice now. He's perfect. And I mean, you know, take this book for what it is. Fun, pop culture, brain switchy off, enjoyable. It's like a Hollywood movie. You know, it's not designed to be the next literary classic. It's designed to be a here and now science fiction piece with elements of dystopia and elements of cyberpunk. It's a really enjoyable, fun book. I absolutely adore it, and I will include links if you want to buy it, and down below are links to all my social media and so on. So as always, I will bid you guys a fair goodbye, and I will talk to you later. Bye.